So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Ghost and Mrs. Muir, 1947. I'm giving it 2 out of 5 stars. I just liked it. It's got a ton of bonus features, which is why I didn't do any reviews yesterday. Partly, um, I'll tell you all the crazy stuff that's going on. But first, let me show you the other discs that I. I'm sorry for taking so long to do this review. It's been a crazy week. I'll go through all the gory details in a minute. As soon as I open up this Netflix that I got yesterday. I've got 3 discs, and I'm returning one finally. Here we go. Little Women. Bam! Nothing doing. Just a bunch of lettering and logos and stuff. All right, what do we got here? Last one. Last but not least, Macau. Now that's a good-looking one. Robert Mitchum there and some other broad. It doesn't look Chinese. That's Jane Russell. It's kind of a poor depiction of Jane Russell, but Robert Mitchum and Jane Russell right there. Very nice. All right, so I worked 23 hours in 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. I wake up Tuesday and I've got like $210 in my checking account. I'm thinking, man, I don't have much money for groceries this week. All I can afford is like some peach yogurt and some chips and some crackers for a grand total of $10 roughly. Then of course it costs another $40 to get gas in my car. So I look at my checking account the next morning, Wednesday, and it's back up to 300 something. And I'm thinking, wow, I have about 200 for groceries now. I can buy some ice cream and some soft drinks for my kid. So I spent about $50 yesterday going grocery shopping. That wasted my entire morning because I slept for 12 hours after working 23 hours in 2 days. Pretty crazy. Now, I'm still trying to get my stuff resolved with long-term disability, accident coverage, and my 401k, my retirement through my former employer who laid me off on April 15th. I'm trying to roll that over into my big retirement account, my depository for all the times that I got laid off or fired or whatever they want to call it. So I'm trying to get a hold of my financial advisor. I don't even know who he is. And I find out, he calls me and he tells me that I got to go online. And I said, why didn't you tell me that last week? And why do I have to follow up with you the following week? I was complaining, bitching the whole time. And he said he was sorry. And he set up a Zoom call. So we went through the Prudential website together. I had to jump through hoops, try to figure out how to answer their annoying questions online, how to figure out how to use their website. It was a good thing I had them on the Zoom call with me because I would have been stuck. So I finally get the rollover processed, and by then I was ready to take a nap because that was like 4 hours wasted of my day, and doing grocery shopping and trying to resolve that retirement rollover thing. So then he tells me that he wants to set up a 1 hour meeting to go over my financial situation. And I'm like, okay, whatever. He sends me a form to fill out about all my assets and liabilities and insurance stuff, will, living trust, you name it. It's quite an extensive list. I went through it today and I kind of did a rough estimate of everything. And I think I have about $500,000 stashed away in various accounts. But I've got plenty to retire, let's just say. But I probably won't retire until I'm 72 anyway. The long-term disability, I was going back and forth with the disability agent, and she says, just keep your short-term disability and enroll in the long-term disability. And then she's trying to sell me a critical care policy, but I already have critical care rider on my life insurance. So I said, I'm not getting that. I'll just wait until my new full-time employer, my old part-time employer, offers it to me. They can't offer it to me mid-year, but I can enroll for next year. Hopefully I won't have a heart attack by then, but anyways. So much for that. I think the reason why my checking account balance went up dramatically on Wednesday was because Aflac didn't process my accident policy reinstatement. So long story short, I'm getting paid tomorrow. I have about $50, 60. How much money do I have in my checking account? Not much, but at least it's not negative balance. And the stock crashed again today. My Robinhood account is down a little bit because I've got a hedge. I've got the real estate ultra short ETF, and it's just been a super busy week running errands and working overtime and double overtime. It was great. I've been getting more than enough hours, I think, or about what I expected, pretty much. And it keeps getting better every week. Well, at least starting this week, but anyways, it's been a long week. I told my Filipina former coworker, when I was sleeping for 12 hours, I had a dream about my former Chinese coworker, not my former Filipina coworker. Filipina coworker seems disinterested in how my week's progressing. I keep sending her text messages about my hard work and my lack of sleep, and she seems disinterested. So, story of my life, basically. But anyways, enough about my personal life. You're probably sick and tired of hearing it. And Adrian's going to say, why are you getting supplemental health and disability insurance, blah, blah, blah. In Australia it's free, and I get other people to pay my bills. Other people's money. It's so wonderful. Free health care. Yeah, I'm going to get a comment like that from Adrian. Watch. Anyways, I've been jibber jabbering for 10 minutes. Let me get to the movie. Okay. So it's a fantasy romance film. It has the ghost in it, like it's going to be a horror flick, but actually it's a benevolent ghost played by Rex Harrison, who played Julius Caesar in Cleopatra. What a great over budget financial flop that was. Yeah, Cleopatra is a prime example one of how to spend too much money on a movie so that it can't possibly make a profit. That sums up Cleopatra in a nutshell. Anyways, like I said, the disc has tons of bonus features, including a biography on Rex Harrison, who's like the male version of Elizabeth Taylor. He's been married 5 times, and he gets sick and tired of women. He throws them away like bananas. I've been guilty of that myself. Haven't been married twice, but not 5 times. Holy cow. Only in Hollywood, right? And there was a scandal because one of his girlfriends committed suicide and blamed him in her suicide note. He started doing plays in Great Britain after that. Then he came back to the United States to do films. He even got knighted by the Queen. I guess his jaded past didn't really hurt him. Later on, he ended up getting knighted, but I don't know. I couldn't get into his ghost character. He's just a gravelly sea captain guy. All right, so Jean Tierney from Laura. She's a widow. She's got a daughter played by Natalie Wood. Very young Natalie Wood, like I'm talking like 7 years old or something. I don't know. I don't know how old she is. Let's just say she's not a teenager yet. So she's talking to her in-laws. She's living with her in-laws, and she wants to move out because she's got some dividends coming from her dead husband's gold mining stock or something. But then so she ends up buying this house that nobody wants because it's haunted by Rex Harrison, the sea captain. So Rex Harrison starts appearing, and he looks all too real to me. He doesn't look like a ghost at all. He looks like a real person. So it's hard to imagine him as a ghost, but I don't know if that was on purpose or what. But anyway, he's just hanging out with her, flirting with her. He falls in love with her, but then he tells her that she should go out and find a real husband. But so George Sanders meets her at the publishing office. Rex Harrison and Jean Tierney write a book together and publish it because her her husband's gold mining stock isn't paying dividends anymore, so she needs another source of income. So she publishes a book about the sea captain's life, and with the help of George Sanders, who gets her an appointment with the publisher. Actually, he trades his appointment with her, and he starts stalking her, and she falls for it, even though the sea captain tells her that she's no good, Rex Harrison. And sure enough, he's married with kids. She finds out when she pays a visit to his house, and his wife is there, and she tries to tell her that it's not the first time George Sanders was playing around doing some extramarital business. And so she becomes a recluse, kind of like me. This is like the story of my life. Not that my wives both died, but they both I went through divorce with both of them. The first one I filed myself. She was a disaster. And then the second one was even worse. She ended up filing and dragging me into court. Holy cow. Anyways, I've been somewhat of a recluse. I haven't had a girlfriend since 2017. 5 years since I've had a girlfriend. Oh man, it's been rough. But nobody cares. Neither one of my former coworkers cares. Either the Filipina or the Chinese. Maybe 10 or 20 years from now, I'll get some sympathy. But anyways, kind of a similar story. I've got my son who's growing up fast. He's going to be 13 this year. He gets to sleep he gets to sit in the passenger side rather than the back seat of my car. He gets to play Wolfenstein 3D, which is a 13 plus video game, and he gets to take a college course. He'll probably choose economics or religion or something. All right. So, getting back to the movie. Keep talking about myself and my son, but I was trying to play catch up because I had such a brutal week of just working hard, then sleeping hard, then taking care of my retirement account, and getting a new financial advisor that I didn't even know I had. It's been crazy. Going back and forth to buy groceries kind of piecemeal based on my fluctuating checking account. It's just been insane this week. But anyway, so Tierney, Natalie Wood grows up to become another actress. And she wants to get engaged to another seafarer Navy guy. I guess he's part of the British Navy, and she reveals that she had visitation by Rex Harrison off camera. We never got to see it. She just relates it to her mother later on, who looks like she hasn't aged, by the way. And her mother just dismisses it as all a dream, but then her daughter says, "How can two people have the same dream? It's impossible." And she says, "Oh, it's all a dream," and blah blah blah. not very interesting dialogue in this one. Kind of boring soap opera, if you ask me. Don't let the title fool you. The ghost is not really a ghost. He looks like a real person, and he's very benevolent, almost like a husband figure to, or a replacement husband to Gene Tierney. Not a great flick. Let me go through my list because I promised Adrian this video's going on too long. 20 minutes. Adrian's the only one who watched all 20 minutes for little tidbits of that and the other. But I did add one of his mentions to my list, so let's go through it again for the umpteenth time. All right, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Adrian wants me to review this, but I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and the kills are... I told him the kills were like cartoonish, kind of like terror tunes or something. At one point, Michael Myers puts his thumb through the EMT's forehead. I'm not sure how that's possible. And then Donald Pleasance is his head shrinker. Keeps saying that he's not human, he's evil. Whatever that means. Okay. And then he ends up killing what's his name? Lorenzo Lamas's wife before they 1 year before they got married, I think. She's like a 30-year-old teenager. And he just shoves the rifle into her abdomen or something. And all we can see is him moving his hand. We can't see how the rifle going through Lorenzo Lamas' wife. And you just get a split second of John Carpenter's Halloween theme while this is happening. You're going, what the heck is going on? Who did this sloppy movie? All right. I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. It just has its moments where you're like scratching your head going, what the hell? What the hell is this? All right. So after that, I've got Countermeasures, 1999. Strategic Command, 1997. Dick Tracy, 1937. Dick Tracy's G-Men, 1939. I think I might have that on my Netflix queue, actually. I'll have to double check. The Phantom of the Opera, 1925. Platoon Leader, A Force of One. Black Mama, White Mama, Manson, 1973. Simon, King of the Witches, 1971. Jack the Ripper, 1976. Skyscraper, 1995. To Be the Best, 1993. Deathmatch, 1994. And The Uncanny, 1997. All right. So let me go on Netflix to see exactly what I have in terms of Dick Tracy serials. Now that I look at it, I might just delete it off my list and wait for the serial disc to come. Let me take a look. Come on, Netflix queue. It's slow. But yeah, I'm looking at the stock market now, and pretty cool. What's happening with stocks? The Federal Reserve Bank keeps the money printing machine going. It's not helping the economy. Eventually, they're going to have to lower rates again and cause more inflation. It's a vicious cycle, man. Anyways, I'm waiting for Netflix, and then I tried to click on the stock market returns, and Netflix just freezes up. So that was a bad idea. All right, now it comes up. Dick Tracy. Come on. All right, here we go. Oh, it's Dick Tracy versus Crime Inc. Never mind. I used to have that on VHS. I've probably seen it already, but I want to see it again anyway. Cool. All right, so I'm going to cook pot stickers today. Take lots of nappy poos. Hopefully I can get through these 2 other discs. Hopefully they don't have too many bonus features. Or maybe they do, and I can just do like 5 reviews in one day. And hopefully I can get to Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, which has a cult following, I think. I remember watching other people's videos of their DVD collection. And one guy had like half a shelf of all the Halloween movies, and I was going, come on, give me a break. Do you ever watch like gothic horror from from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, that time period? Or is it just 1980s onward? All right, so anyways, I've talked enough. Not a good film. Not highly recommended. Not check it out. But I had to see it because it was on my Netflix queue, and Netflix sent me the disc later.